Yo, what's good? NBA YouTube, it's your man, 100 Grand, Ross with The Rock Never Stops. Tonight, we got to recap this Brooklyn Nets versus Philadelphia 76ers game. If you like this video, you know what to do. Smash that like button for me, subscribe, and hit the bell for notification. And you can get at me on Twitter at Rock Never Stops too. Let me be clear when I say this was a statement game. This was a statement game on many levels. Many levels. The first level, it was Kevin Durant reminding all of us that he's the real MVP. I know it's been back and forth. Is it Embiid? Is it Jokic? Is it Embiid? Is it Jokic? Kevin Durant is the best player in the NBA right now. Hands down. It's not close. I'm a big LeBron James fan. He doesn't have the youthful vigor and energy to sustain this level of play anymore. He hasn't dropped off too much. But Kevin Durant is just on a different level right now than just about anyone. And he showed that in this game. He was dominant from the outset. And it didn't matter how dominant Joel Embiid looked early on. And he did look dominant early on in the first half. Kevin Durant had to answer every single time. Every single time. While Joel Embiid had to feast primarily at the free throw line, drawing fouls, which is a part of being able to contribute and make sure that you're scoring and your team has a chance to get into the game, stay in the game. Kevin Durant was just hitting straight up jumpers. He shot almost 60% from the floor, 50% from three, 14 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, and a block, plus 34 plus minus. Joel Embiid shot 30% from the field. At 7'1", 260 pounds, he shot 30% from the field. Now, I know a lot of that has to be attributed to the team collective defense, but it's to say that when you are that man, when you are that player, when you are that MVP in these big games, you make a statement. You show that it doesn't matter what your scheme is, I'm that guy. And Joel Embiid struggled to do so. He finished the game with 27 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block. But if I'm honest, in the first half, it looked like he was already gassed and tired. And that brings me to the co-star statement. You know, everybody was going into this, who won the trade between James Harden and Ben Simmons. Brooklyn, with this game, showed us all and stated clearly, it doesn't matter. Because we still have Kyrie Irving, who's better than James Harden. Let me say that again. They have Kyrie Irving, who is better than James Harden. Not because necessarily Kyrie can do more. He just does it better. And he has a certain characteristic inside of him that James Harden simply does not have. Kyrie Irving is a gamer. Big time game player. He loves these moments. He loves all the lights on him. He loves everybody waiting to see what he's going to do, how he's going to respond. He wants the ball. He wants the shots. James Harden doesn't. And it was clear in this game. Kevin Durant knew who he was going to partner with when he came to Brooklyn. He came to partner with Kyrie Irving, not James Harden. James Harden was extra, not essential. Though it allowed them to completely, potentially blow out the East, he was not the main reason why he thought he could win a championship there. It was Kyrie, and it was plain in this game. I watched Kyrie Irving lock down James Harden throughout this game, especially in the first half, where he would pick him up full court. And he was not fazed by his ball handling ability, the in out, back and forth, step backs. Kyrie Irving was right there with him. It's almost like he had the cheat code because he could do all the moves. And so he knew the little telltale signs of when somebody was trying to set up something. And so he would position himself right where he needed to be each time. It's incredible to think that Kyrie Irving may have been the best defender in this starting lineup for this game. And that's not to discount what Andre Drummond did. He always has issues with Joel Embiid. Embiid is like the big brother, even though he's younger. And he always picks on Drummond. But Drummond held his own. But yet it was the job that Kyrie Irving was able to do on James Harden, that they didn't have to double him. They didn't have to send extra help constantly. He was able to stay in front of him, stripping him of the ball multiple times, contesting shots. Kyrie Irving is that man. He is the best running mate between these two teams. So when you look at these two teams, despite the season that Joel Embiid is having, you have to say who has the best player. Clearly, Brooklyn. Okay, let's say Joel Embiid is better than Kyrie. That might be debatable. But let's say Joel Embiid. It might be closer than we actually thought before between him and Kyrie. But Kyrie is clearly better than James Harden. And so when you think about who has the best players, who has the best team, who is going to be able to leverage their best players in order to allow everyone else to eat, meaning everyone else on the team to play at a high level. Seth Curry had 24 points. Not just 24 points, but he shot 71% from the field, 50% from three, with 2 assists, 5 steals, and a block. Seth Curry had 5 steals. 5 steals. This isn't Matisse Thybulle. This is Seth Curry. This isn't Tyrese Maxey. This is Seth Curry. This speaks to the swagger that this Brooklyn team had to walk into Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, and take their heart as they won this game. It wasn't that they just beat them. It was how they beat them. It was mercilessly. They went shot for shot. Every single time Philly made a shot, James Harden hit a three, either Kyrie, Seth Curry, or Kevin Durant came down and matched it. Every time Joel Embiid went to the free throw line, they came back and matched it. And the reality is, you can't teach heart. You can't coach heart. You can't coach that it factor, that I know the moment to take over. If you watched Kyrie and Durant, they made it clear they were going to put their imprint on this game for the entirety of the game. And Joel Embiid simply did not have the stamina to keep up. And James Harden didn't have the will to keep up. And it was clear. And that's not on Doc Rivers. You can't coach that. You either have it or you don't. Either you pursue to get it or you won't. And you get it by evaluating yourself and holding yourself accountable to doing more. And that leads me to one Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is going to have the opportunity to do what few players, elite players, have an opportunity to do. LeBron had to go to Miami. Kevin Durant went to Golden State. Brooklyn, potentially, can be that place for Ben Simmons to learn how to win, to elevate his game, to reach the peaks that we all believe he can reach, or at least I do. And he's got the perfect mentors with him, with Kyrie and KD. And so I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Ben Simmons can elevate his game with these two? If so, to what extent? Where do you think this Brooklyn team is going? I think I got them in the championship, to be honest, because they looked outright scary. I holla. Peace.